we detailed the terrifying events that will take place before that momentous day. However, we are often curious about what happens after this physical world ends forever. How will humanity be brought back to life? Where and how will they be gathered? When will the accountability begin? And who will be saved from it? What will the scale of deeds look like? And what will be the condition of people on the bridge of Sirat? What are Liwa al-Hamd and the Pond of Kausar? To find the answers to these questions and to correct our beliefs regarding the afterlife, stay with us from the beginning to the end of this series. Today is the very first episode, and we begin with that terrifying moment when Angel Israfil blows the trumpet, destroying the cosmos forever. The earth will shatter into pieces, the stars will fall from the sky, and the moon and the sun will lose their light for eternity. When the silence of death blankets all of existence, the angel who seizes souls, Sayyiduna Israel, will present himself before the Almighty and say, "O Lord, everyone on the earth and in the heavens has perished, except those whom you willed to keep." Aside from a few archangels, every single living creation in the universe will have died. Then Allah will command the angels bearing the throne to pass away, and they will die. Allah will ask again, "Who is left now?" Israel will reply, "O my Lord, now only you, Israfil, and I remain." By divine command, the throne will then take the trumpet from Israfil, and the Lord will say, "Israfil should also die." And so he too will pass away. Finally, it will be the turn of the angel of death himself. Allah will ask, "Who is left now?" Israel will reply, "O my master, only your eternal entity is left, who is never to die, and I am left." Allah Almighty will say, "You too are a creation from among my creations. You have fulfilled the duty for which I created you. Now you die." Consequently, the angel of death will also pass away, leaving Allah Almighty entirely alone. Viewers, the divine declaration that follows truly gives goosebumps. When there is absolutely no one left in the universe except the Lord, the all-compelling God will announce 3 times, asking a powerful question. "I am the all-compelling. For whom is the kingdom this day?" But there will be no one alive to answer. Absolute silence will stretch across existence. Then, the Lord Almighty will reply to his own call. It belongs to Allah, the One, the Irresistible. This profound announcement reminds us that no matter how much power, pride, and glory a human displays in this world, a day will come when nothing remains except the Creator. Following this, Allah will replace this earth and sky with a brand new ground. It will be a realm with no highs, lows, mountains, or valleys. It will be a completely level metallic plain made of copper, so perfectly straight that if a single grain of mustard seed were placed on one end, it would be clearly visible from the opposite side. All creations that were buried deep inside the earth or left outside will suddenly appear on this new plane. Then, by divine command, the sky will shower a unique rain continuously for 40 days, causing the water to rise 12 cubits above the creation. Under the effect of this water, human bodies will begin to grow out from the earth, just like vegetables sprout from the soil. Once the bodies are completely formed into their original shapes, Allah will command, "Angels who bear my throne, come back to life." He is the master of kun. He simply says, "Be," and it happens. The angels will instantly return to life, becoming the very first creation to be resurrected. Then Sayyidina Israfil will rise and place the trumpet back to his mouth, followed by the resurrection of Jibrail and Mikael. Next, all human souls will be presented. Congratulations to the believers and Muslims, for their souls will be brilliantly shining with light, while the remaining souls will be trapped in darkness. Allah will gather all these souls inside the trumpet and command Israfil to blow the blast of resurrection and gathering. As the trumpet is blown, the souls will rush out like a massive swarm of bees, completely filling the space between the heavens and the earth. They will head straight toward their respective bodies buried beneath the ground, entering through the nostrils and spreading into every vein. With this, the plane of assembly will be established, and humanity will begin to gather. Viewers, listening to this leaves human intellect completely astonished. There will be a 40-year gap between the two trumpet blasts. A question naturally arises. How can bodies that turned into dust thousands of years ago, whose particles scattered to unknown corners of the earth, suddenly assemble again? Remember, every single part of the human body decomposes, except for one tiny bone, referred to in the Hadith as Ajb al-Zanab, the tailbone, or the indestructible origin of the human body. This is the spiritual blueprint and foundation that never perishes. These components are so microscopic that they cannot be seen even under a microscope, known in Arabic as indivisible components. No matter where a human dies, burns, or decomposes, these particles remain safe, and humanity will be rebuilt from them. Today, modern science uses DNA to determine the age and cause of death from skeletons that are hundreds of years old. If human science can achieve this, imagine the capability of the creator of the universe, who has power over all things. Every person will be raised with the exact color, race, stature, and attributes they possessed in the world. The sound of the trumpet will be immensely long. Its initial phase will awaken the souls, which humans will not hear, but its final phase will draw them out of their graves, which everyone will hear. Narrations state that on this day, people will rise barefoot, naked, and uncircumcised. Some will be walking, some will be riding mounts alone, and on some mounts there will be 3, 4, or even 10 people sharing a ride. Non-Muslims, however, will be dragged toward the gathering plane by angels, while others will be driven forward by a raging fire. The Holy Prophet once gestured with his blessed hand toward Syria and Palestine, stating, "You will be resurrected there." Therefore, we learn that the great plain of assembly will be established near Beit ul-Muqaddas. But viewers, that ground will not be made of soil or rock. It will be made of solid copper. And the sun, which is currently 93 million miles away with its back turned toward us, will be brought down to a distance of just 1 mile, facing humanity directly. If we cannot stand barefoot in the summer sun on normal soil today, imagine the intensity of standing on a boiling copper floor with the sun just a mile away. In that extreme heat, humanity will sweat so profusely that the ground will absorb it up to 70 yards deep. Once the earth loses its capacity to absorb more, the sweat will begin to rise. For some, It will reach their ankles. For others, their knees, their waists, or their chests. Some will be submerged up to their necks, while non-Muslims will be gripped by their sweat like a tight rein, left floundering in it. The thirst will be so agonizing that tongues will protrude out of mouths, hearts will leap to throats, and the desperate cries of "thirst, thirst" will echo everywhere. Yet remember that all these afflictions and sufferings will be meted out strictly according to one's deeds. Those who failed to pay the zakah on their gold and silver will have their wealth heated in fire to brand their sides, foreheads, and backs. Those who didn't pay zakah on their livestock will see their animals return in powerful forms, laying them down to strike them with horns and trample them underfoot continuously until the accountability is over.
But for the pious servants of Allah, that day will not be as severe. Sayyiduna ibn Masud narrates that although people will be hungrier, thirstier, more exhausted, and more naked than ever before, relief will mirror their earthly deeds. Whoever fed a hungry soul for the sake of Allah will be fed by Allah on that day. Whoever gave water to the thirsty will be given drink by Allah. And whoever clothed the needy will be clothed by Allah. Whoever stands by the religion of Allah, Allah relieves them on that day. Viewers, let us reflect on this. We must use our lives to serve others, feed the hungry, and offer water to the thirsty. Who knows which small act of kindness will become the very deed that saves us from the terrors of Judgment Day?